Most people think the world's worst prisons are in America. Or maybe Africa. But they're wrong. There's one place darker, colder, crueler. A place where survival isn't about strength. It's about luck. Welcome to Russia's prison system. A world built on silence, fear, and pain. If you think you can handle the truth, hit subscribe. Because this story is one they never wanted you to hear. From the outside, they look like ruins. Crumbling walls, snow-covered fences, watchtowers fading into fog. But behind those gates lies a world that never left the past. Decades after Stalin's gulags, Russia still runs hundreds of remote prison colonies. They call them penal colonies now. But the soul of the gulag never died. Over 870 prisons, scattered across frozen wastelands, forests, and deserts. Some for thieves, some for killers, and some for people who simply disappeared. No one drives to a Russian prison. You're transported, stuffed inside metal train cars. No windows, no light, no air. Days turn into weeks. No one tells you where you're going. Your family hears nothing. When the train finally stops, you step into a wall of snow, silence, and masked guards. They call it the welcoming parade. A line of men in black, baton in hand, waiting. That's your first lesson in respect. And your first taste of pain. Work. That's the word they live by. 14 hours a day, sewing, digging, building. No rest. No warmth. You earn a few dollars a month. If you're lucky. Inside, there's no mercy. Only hierarchy. At the top, the Blatny, elite criminals who control everything. At the bottom, the roosters, men branded as weak or outcasts. They live separately. Eat separately. Speak to no one. Guards watch, but they don't stop the violence. In here, the prisoners control each other. If you talk too much, you disappear. Then there's Black Dolphin. A fortress for monsters. Murderers. Terrorists. Cannibals. Each man lives in a cell the size of a closet. Watched by cameras 24 hours a day. They can't sit on their beds during daylight. They walk bent forward, eyes to the ground, hands cuffed tight. Every step is pain. Every hour, silence. 23 hours locked inside. 1 hour to exercise. In a cage barely bigger than a coffin. Here, even the strongest minds break. But Black Dolphin isn't the worst. That title belongs to Penal Colony number 77. Taganrog. A place so cruel. Even its guards wear masks. Not to hide their faces, but to hide their souls. Inside, torture isn't punishment. It's policy. Former prisoners describe a basement filled with screams. Metal chairs. Wires. Buckets of water. They call it the call to Putin. Because the electricity comes from an old Soviet phone. Shock. Silence. Confession. Repeat. One man said they boiled his hands inside a stove. Another, beaten until his bones cracked like dry wood. And when they die, they simply vanish from the records. In 2023, Ukrainian journalist Victoria Roshchina went missing. She was last seen reporting near Russian-occupied Ukraine. Months later, her body was found. Inside Taganrog. Burns. Broken ribs. Eyes and brain missing. Officials said nothing. No investigation. No statement. Just silence. A silence that echoed through every mother, every wife, who still waits for a call that will never come. Inside these prisons, guards don't use names. They use code words. Wolf. Shaman. Death. Each day, they walk the halls in balaclavas, beating whoever speaks too loud, or too little. There's no trial inside the walls. Only punishment. And obedience. Every man learns quickly. In Russia's prisons, the law doesn't matter. The only rule is survival. Officially, none of this exists. Russia denies everything. But videos have leaked. Thousands of testimonies. Images of men chained, bleeding, electrocuted. All hidden behind state secrets. The Gulag never ended. It just changed its name. Even now, prisoners are sent to fight in Ukraine. Offered freedom in exchange for war. Most never come back. The ones who do, come back as something else. Russian prisons aren't correctional. They're experimental. They don't teach lessons. They erase lives. In this system, execution isn't the worst fate. Surviving prison is. If you thought this story was dark, wait until you hear the next one. Hit subscribe. Because the truth they try to bury is the one we dig up.